Hey, good morning. This is Ray over here at Namray Farms. I'm sitting up here on the back porch where we keep our bottle-fed lambs. You can see there's Bailey right there in the back, and there's Maple over my shoulder, and there's April. You remember April? We found her out here on Friday. Her mother, Wooly, had given birth to her and just left her behind, but you didn't properly get introduced to Sydney. Say good morning, Sydney. Yeah, Sydney was, she's April's sister. And an interesting story on Sydney. Now, Friday we were out there doing that live broadcast, and April was right up there with all the other sheep and looking for someone to feed from. And Wooly had just kind of left her behind. But now this little girl, interesting story, she was not with them. In fact, we did not even know she was here until Saturday morning. Now, this is quite interesting. That's a rare happening around here, but it did happen. Somehow, this little girl was left and abandoned down by our front pond. The next morning, my nephews came over to visit the farm, and they gave me a call and said, "Hey, Ray, you've got a little lamb down by your front pond all alone." So I jumped and skipped right down there, and here's this little girl. She was all nestled up in the weeds, but she was alone. She had been abandoned, left to die. Had she not been found, she would have certainly died. But man, she's a spunky little girl. I've been so excited to have her up here on the porch with us. Her and her sister, they make good companions. I'm going to put her back in here with the rest of them. But, that brings up a good point. Many of us today, we feel abandoned, just like Sydney. Left alone to die. No one seems to care. No one seems to recognize or realize that we're even around. But the truth is, the Good Shepherd, he sees you. He knows you're there. He's never taken his eye off you. And just like I jumped and ran down to the pond and scooped her up in my arms and carried her home, he is coming, and he's going to pick you up, scoop you up, and carry you in his arms. He's going to carry you home. And you're going to get to live in the joy of dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. Today, do not be worried. Do not be dismayed. For rejoice. The Good Shepherd, the Lord our God, has his eyes on you. Now go enjoy the shepherd. I'll see you soon.